All right, this is my prime right here. This is what I was born for. All right.
What are the most common items you spend money on in college?
Definitely food.
Definitely food. Oh my god, food. Like 100% food. Food. I'm like, yeah, let's see, what else? It really is food. It's food. That's it.
Everyone needs to eat. Don't put that aside. Care about your health.
Do you think it was hard transitioning cooking-wise, if you never cooked at home or if you did? Yeah.
That's the one thing that I think I miss most about home, actually.
If you didn't really cook at home by yourself, it's something you have to get used to.
The one thing about the dorms is, as great as they are, it's really hard to cook, especially because there's either someone always in the lounge areas cooking themselves, and you kind of have to fight for that space, or it's really difficult to carry those materials or store those materials because the dorm rooms are small.
My mom is actually a cook, and so she kind of taught me to cook by myself.
At my own home situation, because I was really active at school and not really present at home, dinner was never cooked anymore because my mom just didn't have the time, so I'd cook for myself.
There's not a whole lot of like ethnic foods that we get, so when I do get to go back home, like, I munch in.
Do you think it's hard making friends in college?
It is. I would say it is.
It was definitely kind of a shock to see how hard it was to make friends in college.
Because when you don't know anyone, you don't really introduce yourself or don't really feel like talking to them. So really getting out there and like getting over the Seattle freeze and saying hello and introducing yourself is definitely the hardest stepping stone.
As long as you get out of your comfort zone and as long as you're like always interacting in organizations, clubs, or with people that have like the same values as you should be fine.
To be honest, making friends isn't really too big of an issue for me personally, and I know it's different for everyone.
I joined a sorority like right off the bat, so no, honestly, like just like getting thrown into a house full of 120-ish girls was like pretty easy in terms of maintaining a social life.
But I feel like definitely in high school it was harder to make friends than it is in college. Because I think in college you can decide if you don't want to be friends with someone.
I tried a lot of different clubs and different organizations, but none of them really felt like community to me. I think I just kept on putting myself out there, and I kept on saying like, hey, like I'm Madison, and like 9 times out of 10, like people didn't care. But that 1 time out of 10, I think really ended up in a really valuable relationship. When you're in high school, you're only surrounded by so many different kinds of people. So then when you're in college, the majority of the people that you meet are going to be way different than you kind of are expecting.
I think it's hard if you go in with the mindset that that making friends is an uncomfortable thing to do.
I've definitely branched out. My friends that I've made in college are nothing like my friends that I have at home.
You hear all the time that high school friends are proximity friends, and it's super true.
My college friends are different in the way where they have a lot more of my similar interests. Like most of my friends are business students, however, they come from such different backgrounds that it's more diverse in that way.
What is your top college tip for other college students?
My top college tip for other students, I would probably say finding a community.
Find a community
Where if you find people that inspire you and you want to be more like them, then try to like be around them more.
And I would say college is a very fresh start, and you should keep your old friends, but also try to find some new friends that share your same interests, but also think differently and have that diverse group of people.
Like really build a network, utilize your resources because it truly does help.
Don't buy textbooks until you know that you need them. I feel like that's like rule of thumb.
Don't even try to go to the general counselors and advisors. Like, they're good if you need non-specific information in terms of like registration, but that's about it.
Top college tip, it would be always trying to look for something to do, get out of your comfort zone. I know it might be hard sometimes, but at the same time, as long as you're like out there, you're always gonna find like friends and like a purpose in your college experience, and that usually helps a lot.
You obviously know what you're doing and what you want to do with your life more than any other person who only has like a sheet in front of them of what classes you've taken. So trust your gut is what I have to say.
I guess for me, just enjoy the first 2 years of college. Like freshman year, sophomore year, because like, I guess, like a school like UW where it's like a competitive major, you gotta balance things out. But yeah, like college experience is pretty much once in a lifetime thing, so just enjoy the good things.